Welcome to the ET335 How-To Quartus Graphic Logic Input. Okay, the first thing we need to do is open up our Quartus software. You need to find where they put it and go ahead and find the Quartus 2 13.0 SP1. And it should look like this. And we're going to create a new project. We're going to leave it where it's at. I used to put it on the desktop, but on my personal computer it doesn't like that. So we're going to call it Graphic 1 and Graphic Lab 1. And it is going to populate both lines. Oops. There we go. Next. And we're going to call the file name Graphic Lab. It's important in Quartus to call everything the same. It gets angry when things don't match. Next, and we're going to choose our device as Cyclone 2, and we're going to go to 484 pins to shorten our list, and we should go a 220 EP220F C84. Let's go ahead and try the C7. Next. And we're just going to finish it out. And now we have Graphic Lab 1. The next thing we need to do is open up our graphics page. So let's go ahead and go to File, New, and we're going to open up a block diagram schematic file. Just go ahead and select it and say OK. Now what we have is our graphic display page. Okay, now that I have my graphics page open, I use Control Scroll in order to make the page larger. So let's go up to here to the AND gate looking thing, and we're going to have a drop down menu starting with Altera, and we're going to go to Primitives, then to Logic, and we're going to go all the way down to B or 2, bubbled or 2 inputs. And OK, and I'm going to drop it on the page and escape to get out of that. And let's go back up to the same place, and we're going to close this logic out, and we're going to go to pin, and we're going to need 2 inputs. So let's put up input, second input, escape out of it. Put this up there, and we need an output, so let's go back to the same place, and we're going to use an output. Okay, and if we touch these, they should latch. Yes. Okay, another way to do that is to go into, and we could drag a line, and I'll show that in a little bit. Okay, good. So let's we'll move on here. I use my handles here to put this in the middle here. So let's go ahead and double click on our output, and according to the thing, it's going to be LED. Okay, and let's go to pin 1. Let's click the whole thing here. There we go, and we're going to call that key 0. Okay, and let's open this whole thing up, and let's call it key 1. Oops, key 1. Okay, now that we got this all built, let's go ahead and compile it, and hopefully it should bring up a window where we could add the pins names and numbers. Yes, I want to save it, and it should save it on our Graphic Lab, and it's going to go through and compile it. We're going to do this again after we're done, but this will help us populate our pins. Good, successful. Okay, now that we're compiled, let's close this out. And we could close out our compilation report or just go over here and click our graphics. So let's go ahead and close that guy out too. Alright, so let's go to our pen planner. And we need to put our numbers in. So according to our lab, let's go ahead and make this large. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and put for key 0, our location should be R22. So we're going to go all the way down our list here to R22. Oops. Back. And we're going to double click on R22. Okay. And we're going to go over to reserved. And we're going to put input as tri-stated. Alright, that should be enough. So let's go over to key 1, and there's another way to do that. It's from our map. So we're going to go to R, and we're going to go R21, which according to our lab. So we're going to go up to R21 and double click on that. And we're going to open up this little window, and we're going to select our node name as key 1. And we're going to make this guy as input tri-stated. And it should populate. So let's go down to LED, and it's going to be R20, so we're going to be right here, R20, double click, and our node name is going to be LED, and our reserve is going to be output drive in VCC. We're going to drive our LED. Good. So let's close that out for now. And we have pretty much everything that we need for now.